in another one here, 4th of January, 2023, beautiful day. Hey, buddy, how you doing, hero? My great dog, bred by, historically, the Alaskan Husky was bred by the Alaska Native communities, and I have a tremendous amount of respect for, indigenous culture, for diversity, and for different cultures worldwide, but especially in Alaska, their ability, and just the cultural knowledge to be able to survive, to live off the land, to hunt, to fish, and, obviously, with the intermingling of mainstream corporate culture and consumerism and all that stuff, there is a tremendous amount of a ragged middle edge that anyone in terms of visiting a community or working with Alaska natives, if you're not from that area, I think anyone can get cut on in terms of bad experiences. We see that sort of thing all the time, and just all of the issues therein with these the rural cultures, but also more broadly, I think it's really just basically a poverty type thing. You know what I mean? So we never can try to be racist. We have to realize that obviously a poverty dynamic. When we're talking about a city and we're talking about diversity, when we're talking about like rural Alaska and diversity, you know what I mean, in terms of culturally and just the crime and the drug abuse, et cetera, and in the social justice type problems and hurdles that we're faced with when we're dealing with and managing those type of populations, regardless of the race, in terms of places where there just isn't tremendous amount of economic activity, and it's not a healthy economy. You know what I mean? So therein they become struggles. But looking at that, I wanted to mention, I see Jeff Landfield, Alaska Landmine. He made a tweet yesterday talking about Anchorage Museum, which has obviously been in the headlines for dumping tons of their nonprofit money into for-profit ventures like Anchorage Daily News or Julia O'Malley's book, an ex-Anchorage Daily News writer, and I've covered that. But they have apparently done, according to Landfield, if he's true and he's right, they've done something where they're allowing Alaska natives to go into the museum for free, Anchorage Museum, but everyone else, whether they're white, black, or Filipino or Asian, has to pay to go into the Anchorage Museum. So almost being like a reverse racism type thing, in terms of giving a special treatment and a different cost breakdown to enter the facility to a specific ethnicity, which is obviously Alaska Native corporations all over the state do preferential hire and stuff like that. So it's not out of the bounds of the norm and the reality. But to me, discrimination law, it must be getting violated. I mean, I personally, I don't care. I'm not going to go to the museum at this point. I don't know what the thoughts are though.